Okay, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Portsmouth Coffee Talks Evening Edition show. My name is James Slim Overton, and I'm here with co-host Thomas the Colonel Chapman, and on location at IC Norcom, Leah Drake Stiff. How you all doing today?
We're doing fine, James. How are you?
I'm doing great, and Leah, you get ready to be involved with something there at Norcom, and you can share that with us later. When you come on.
I will share it with you later.
And what is it?
It's the spring celebration. It's the IC Norcom High School music department.
And what time does it start? What time does it start?
At 7. Starts at 7, the same time as our show.
Yeah, you still have time to get down there if you rush,
Yeah, they're getting ready to get started now.
Okay, well, thanks a lot, and we appreciate it. Hey, and we have a special guest with us this evening, and she is a entrepreneur. She's a business owner, and she's been around for a while with her business. And her name, wait a minute, name is Ellen, and I want to Harding Tomie.
Hey, Ellen Harding Tomie.
Tomie, that's what isn't that what I said? That's not what I said. Okay.
And like it.
Nowhere near it, right? Tomie, okay. And welcome, Helen. I appreciate you agreeing to be a part of our show, and
thank you for calling.
Talk about what you're doing, and we always like to highlight Portsmouth citizens, or Portsmouth real citizens, and especially when they go into business. And you have a very successful business. And one thing I can say about the location on Alexander's Corner, when you go there, if you're hungry, you're gonna get a plate full. You're gonna be full. You're probably gonna order one meal, and it's gonna be enough for 2 meals. Trust me. Right. And but I'll let you talk a little bit about your businesses and what you all offer there. And well, first I'll start off. How did your journey getting there? Were you always interested in having a business in food? Would you cook? No. Did you take home economics, or was it in the house, a lot of cooking going on? How did you get there? Where did that?
Well, we had a lot of cooking in the house. My grandmother, everybody in the house knew how to cook. I mean, so, but yeah, it was never a passion of mine or anything. I actually wanted to be an officer when I was younger, a police officer, but I wound up falling in the wrong path, got in trouble, got felonies. Nobody wanted to hire me. And well, I was also on drugs at one time. And so when I went to prison for 3 years for making bad checks, I wasn't stealing, or I was making them. Sitting in the computer, coming up with names and IDs and taking pictures and making IDs and everything.
Doing what you had to do at the time, even though.
What? No, I didn't have to.
You didn't.
And I like to stop people on that, because a lot of people that don't know, they don't know. So they'll fall into that. Sometimes you got to do it. I never had to do that.
Oh, okay.
I didn't come from that type of family.
I'm glad you corrected me on that.
I did that because I wanted to, and I was on drugs. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Drugs make you do some mess you don't want to do.
Indeed.
But I won't out. Yeah, that was nowhere near what my mom and family thought.
Like your back wasn't against the wall, you did what you had to do. That was right. That was your personal choice.
I started off early. I had my daughter at 16, but I was always smart enough to get a job. So I've always had a job. I always, you know what I mean? Even when I was 16, I had to lie about my age. I always had a job, a good job. So yeah, but drugs just took me a totally different way. It wasn't what I had to do. It was what I needed to do to support drugs. Because if I wasn't getting high, I wasn't thinking about no checks, And so I messed up in that way. And I try to tell everybody to think twice about anything that you, anything that's not good for you. Think twice about it. I don't care what it is.
Because you're going to end up paying the price.
You're going to end up paying the price. And you know what? A lot of people I sat around with at tables and in houses and holes and holes in the walls and everything else, they didn't make it. They didn't make it.
And it's so good that you telling us about that personal side of your life early on, because it gives hope to other people who make mistakes. And a
Oh,
lot of people make mistakes like that and think it's over. Well, that was
yeah.
a
And
big
another
enough
thing,
mistake. What can
I
I
didn't,
do now?
right. A lot of people do. They make mistakes and they can't, and they don't know what to do. But I didn't make no mistake. I knew what I was doing when I did it.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? I knew
Uh,
what I was doing. And I knew I was wrong when I did it. You get what I'm saying? I knew I was wrong when I was doing it. And I knew I was wrong when that judge gave me time, no matter how long I stood there saying that, you know, it won't like that. I was wrong. I
yeah,
was wrong. And from that day, once they gave me my sentence, I decided to tell everybody I was wrong and why I did what I did, you know.
yeah.
But as far as starting my restaurant, now I knew
Mhm.
I've always, wanted to have a business. But that restaurant thing came because I got a job at Magic City as a bartender, and you would have to step in the kitchen and cook. Food sales and alcohol sales have to even out, and
Right.
these people are drinking beer. They want chicken wings, especially them big fat chicken wings. They
Mm.
so so that taught me how to do real fast food, because I've never worked in food business for real.
Mhm.
Not like talking about it. I don't want to work around no food. Coming up, that's how I felt. And then I went to MP Island and I worked for them for a little while, and I saw that cafeteria style service and how easy it was. You get what
Mhm.
I'm saying? And I know that our food is the cheapest food. It is.
Mhm.
Our food is the cheapest food a lot of times because the way we prepare it is not healthy. And that's why it's the cheapest food. If
Yeah.
you know what you're doing, you prepare it the right way. But as far as me giving out so much food, I come from Portsmouth. I still live in Portsmouth, and the only time I left Portsmouth was a couple of years, in the 3 years I spent abroad in medical college.
Right.
We're gonna call it. We're gonna say prison. No, I'm just joking. So I come from here, and a lot of things here, we pay the highest. We got to pay to come in and out of town, and these people in Portsmouth are my family. You walk around here, you can't go in that one neighborhood and not find a blood relative of mine.
Mhm.
I am Portsmouth. I'm from Portsmouth. So
You have
and that's
some that
like,
live right down the street from me right now.
yeah, they all
On
over
Killian
Portsmouth.
Avenue. Yeah.
You said Killian.
Killian.
That's where I'm born. That's
Yeah.
where I come from. I'm born. Look at my clock. Look at my clock. Arcadia Heights.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Katie
Don't
Heights.
worry. Don't worry. I got you right here, Truckster.
I hear you. Trucks in
Okay.
Katie Heights. Same.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how it all started with me.
Yeah, and I didn't mention the name. Ellen's Homestyle and BBQ Express LLC is the name of your business. So you have several businesses under that title. I remember, I think was the first operation you had, the one on Alexander's Corner. Was that the
Yep.
first?
Yep. I've been there 16 years. This month made 16 years.
Okay. And talk about how you expanded or how you sort of branched out into other areas or other locations.
Man, what made me get Virginia Beach? Working for other people. Business is not, you don't make a lot of money in a restaurant.
Mm.
Not our kind of restaurant.
Not a
Because
lot of long hours though.
it's a lot of long hours, but you're not gonna make a lot because I mean, I ain't lying and I ain't gonna cut no corners, but
Mhm.
we don't spend with each other like we spend with Mama Chan's.
Well,
You get what I'm
that's definitely true. Yeah.
saying? You can cut the window open. You can cut that whole window open and let them see what you're doing. Let them see you cook the food, wash your hands and everything. It's still not the same. It's still not the same. It's still not the same. So, my husband wanted, he was in there for me there. I went to ODU. I went to ODU to get some extra training on like menu management and stuff like that. Stuff that I don't know, I'll go with it. But now we got YouTube. I don't have to do that no more.
Mhm.
But I went and got a job there. I went to Walmart. I worked at Walmart for a month.
Mhm.
I had my portion restaurant. I worked at Walmart for 1 month. And just learning other things. And then I went to ODU and I worked in the web center. I was a supervisor there.
Mhm.
Then they sent me over to the other place, Rogers Hall. And so that gave me a little bit more courage to deal on a bigger volume. Them kids coming in, all them, and I figured I could do this. And I went and opened up Virginia Beach. I wanted to open up a sit down. But right before I did, I changed my mind.
Mhm.
And
Well,
I kind
I
of
thought Virginia Beach was a sit down.
not at all.
Oh,
Not at
okay.
all. I got one chair for whoever don't feel like standing too long. They know their food. But yeah, takeouts are a lot easier. It's a lot easier because you, like I said, you don't make a lot in restaurant. Your taxes are higher than any other business and
Mhm.
than any other business. And everybody wants some of what you make, and everybody wants a percentage. So, what you get in the long run after paying everything is, yeah. So, and then to have that sit down thing, yeah, I don't think I could deal with that
You
too.
have, yeah, you have to hire more people and being in
You
different.
already were,
Yeah,
yes, you worried about the bills, and
yeah,
then here goes somebody standing there want to know why you don't cook it like the mama do. So I'd rather for them to take their food and
yeah.
and that way we won't have no problem.
And
Yeah.
then in different cities, it's different tax structures that you have to deal with, and you have to know the difference in each city. Virginia Beach and then Portsmouth, you heard things about each of the cities and how difficult it can be
Yeah,
sometimes.
because my taxes in the city that I come from is higher than the taxes
Mhm.
to the city over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Yeah,
It-
and let me
But
introduce
that's
you.
why we give out a lot of food, because we all work hard for our money that we have to give out here in Portsmouth.
Yeah,
I don't
and,
give you as much in Virginia Beach because I'm not from there. And no, because one, the rent is 3 times higher in
yeah,
Virginia Beach.
so you have to space that out. And Helen,
Yes.
we briefly on another show we briefly touched on, you mentioned earlier about we don't support each other, and and
I
and
say
I
support. I
and
didn't say support. I said we
well
don't buy.
we don't
Don't
buy
use the
from
word.
each other.
We don't say support.
So to you it's a difference, support
Because
and buy.
when we, you know why? Because when we use the word support, we use it just like, if you look it up for real, most of the time child support means to hold up, to stand up, to take care of, or whatever. And we take that to heart. Us,
Mhm.
when it comes to us, we take that to heart. Yeah. I came in here because they told me about you and I want to support your business.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, at all. I only came in here because I want to support Black businesses. But if it ain't good, I'm gonna talk about you. And the whole time they looking
they're
around and
looking
they just,
around and
I got to stand there and look like I'm less than while they stand there and make, and for, like I say, we don't make a lot of this. It pays our bills and we don't have to answer to no boss
mhm.
besides the city of Portsmouth, city of Virginia Beach, the tax people, the state of Virginia, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we don't have a direct boss like you working for somebody. And that's the what do you want to call it, caveat or whatever you call it. That's the good thing of it,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah,
But
I
other
want to introduce you to our other co-host here, and he's Thomas the Colonel Chapman. We call him the Colonel because he's retired Colonel out the U.S. Army, and
Okay.
and my cousin. So he's here. He might have some questions for you, or maybe some comments. So
Okay. How you doing, cousin Colonel?
All right, how you doing?
I'm fine.
All
I know
right.
his face.
You look familiar also too.
He
So
probably my cousin too.
now, I need to give the disclaimer for the folks out there on Facebook, saying
Okay.
you stated on this program are the host and the guest, and no third party piece, and so we can stay out of Facebook jail. So, and the other thing too is, when I wanted to ask you, when you started of your business, when you first thought about starting your business, how did you get the startup costs done? And did you have a business plan with it
Yeah.
to counteract? And this is multifaceted, to counteract, because most businesses fail between 3 and 5 years, and you've
Right.
been out there longer than that.
Right.
So
Okay.
touch on those subjects.
Okay. On my way to church one Sunday, I passed that corner and there was a for rent sign. I called the lady. She wanted $1,500 to sell her business. It was called Amazing Wings. But the landlord, the rent was $600, $700 at the time. So I would have to pay the landlord and pay her, and I could have it. I had just got my income tax, which was like $2,000. So between that, and then I took that little blue van we used to have and got a Navy Federal car loan thing on it for $3,600, something like that. And that's how I got in there. Everything I got was used from the restaurant equipment place. $400 for this, $1,000 for that, stuff like that. And like I say, when I went into there, I was working over here. We built the APM terminals. After I left MPL, and I went with a company called WC English. It's under English Construction out of Lynchburg, Virginia. So I was a field clerk. I loved construction. I love construction. So I was the field clerk there, and I had pretty good hours because, you know, they were kind of pressed for time that last year. And so that kind of helped too. But I didn't have nothing but a couple of $1,000s. Same thing with the Virginia Beach one. This one I had 2,000. This one I'm sitting in here now. I had 2,000. The man wanted 22 for me to move in. I had 2,000. They sent me a bill for told me I ain't pay the whole thing. But hey, I'm here. But I paid them the next month. So yeah, I've never had a business plan. I've never, you know, every time I thought of maybe trying to start another business or whatever, and then you talk to somebody, they tell you about the business plan, to this, to that, to this, to that. By the time they tell you all of these things, you don't, yeah, I don't, my mind don't work that way. My mind don't work that way. I don't have time to sit here and figure out all of these little things, and then it's going to turn me off, and I'm not going to want to do it, or this or that, or let me just jump in. I'm not going to jump in real big. I'm going to start with the little small places. And if it works, then I'm going to get something bigger. I got this small store. One day I'll have a supermarket if I like it. Not, you know.
You know, that's a great success story, and you've beaten the odds because without going into a business, without having a business plan and not having capital in the front end, most businesses would fold, but you persevered.
Good landlords. Now that landlord, that corner of Portsmouth and Airline, I remember my first year there. Let's see, I got that place 2007. Obama came right in after that, and they called it recession. And nobody had money. They gave us, I think, $300 though, but that didn't have that rent man. I remember I know I was almost 6 months behind with that rent man. And he was like, your food is so good that people just knew about you. His name is George Joyner. If people just knew about you, I just got so much faith in you, elderly white man. And he just always tell me that. He still says that, you know what I'm saying, which we not like that now as far as, you know, being behind on rent, but, you know, but then it was a struggle. And it's a struggle every time you open up one. You know, I go through it. I might go through depression or anxiety because things seem so, and when it gets like, when you open up that one, it's gonna be slow. Nothing is gonna be popping off. You're gonna have that grand opening and people gonna come. Just a lot of them just come to show face to say they came, and you'll never see them again. You get what I'm saying? Not in your business. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna tell you all reasons why the doctor said that they did this to that, did this to that, you know, and that's fine. You know, you just got to keep on going and just like, hey, I had one customer here today, I think. I had one customer here today and a DoorDash. So, you know, that's the new spot now. That's a new spot, but I'm 6 months in, you see, and I just got to keep holding on. But that first and the second one will help take care of this one till it can stand on its own.
Yeah, and the new spot is basically you feature cakes and pies.
Sweets
and
treats.
Okay.
Sweets and treats, all kind of sweets and treats. Yep. Yep.
And what's
So,
the name of that second spot and where?
Okay, the first one is Allen's Homestyle and Barbecue in Portsmouth. The second one is Allen's Homestyle and Barbecue, Indian River Road, Virginia Beach, right in front of Regent. And this one right here, this is the new baby. This one is Allen's Homestyle Sweets and Treats. I'm right in front of that frozen custard place on Airline beside Taco Bell.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Know exactly where you are.
Okay,
Yeah.
great,
You know-
great. Go ahead.
You know, as Colonel asked you about the business plan and everything, I think what a lot of people don't think creatively and don't want to go small and work their way up, because a lot of people, especially some Black people, can't get those kind of loans. You know, go to the
Right.
bank.
I've never
and get
had-
those kind of
No one
loans.
has ever given me a loan, ever.
Right. And so-
16 years. And I still can't, nobody's gonna give us
Yeah.
no loan.
as opposed to some other groups that might get that, you know, to sustain them
Did
through
you
those
say might?
slay days that
Did you
they
say
do.
might?
I said might, but do get that. to
Yeah,
sustain them through those slow days, startup
yeah,
days. So just
yeah,
being creative and sacrificing and, starting small and working your way up and getting the word out, you know,
yeah.
uh, can be a recipe for success.
Yeah, you just gotta
17
keep going.
years, that's saying something.
Yeah, yeah. You just got to keep going at it, and like I say, you do have to give out. We do have to give more to get less, and
Mm,
you know.
yeah.
But also a big reason, like I say, I give in Portsmouth is because we deserve it. We all in Portsmouth deserve everything good. I'm telling you,
Mhm.
because it's not like somebody's giving us anything here. Nothing. I mean, I don't know the people here, so let me shut up because I don't want to hear my name. I'm a totally different person. So yeah, no, but yeah, we deserve everything good here in Portsmouth. So that's why we get what we get. And like I said, I like Virginia Beach. I love being in Virginia Beach, you know, but I'm not from Virginia Beach. So I just do everything I can to do to make everybody happy in Virginia Beach. And then I come on back through this tunnel to where I call home.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I would encourage everybody to go on your Facebook page, that they have Facebook, and watch some of your videos. They're comical sometimes, but like I mentioned earlier, they always have a message, or you just explaining how people are and how people treat certain businesses. Just like you were talking earlier, they'll come in our business and give it the once over, which they
Oh
wouldn't
my
do
God.
somewhere else. They just come in there and want to signify is the word they
Can I
used to do.
taste it? How you make it? My mama don't
Yeah.
make it like that. Is it pork in it? What you put in it? This, that. And we'll go right there to mama chairs and sit right down and they will
Eat cat
hand you
food.
that food and sniff at the same time. In the
Yeah.
back room sniffing at the same time, fixing
Mhm.
your food.
Yeah.
But I go to mama chairs too, so let me shut up because I wanted to go yesterday, but I
Yeah.
ain't feel like
That's
I
interesting.
so wanted to go. I went up to my place and got some gravy and some rice, went home. But it ain't
Yeah.
safe. It ain't mama chairs.
Not
So
not the old one.
Not the
no,
old
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
real mama chain. That's just a name out front.
I know it. I know it ain't the same. It
It
is
ain't-
not the same.
Yes.
But yeah, it's business. We, what? A man came in here last week, and he was saying that he has a clothing store close by, and that he has one in Virginia Beach, and he does so good there.
Mhm.
But here, you know, he's from here and it upsets him. But I told him, maybe God don't want them folks to come in. Maybe they wait for somebody better to come in. We got to think some other kind of way sometimes because it does hurt. It does hurt. I used to sit in that window right there, that corner, just waiting for somebody. And you see somebody, they can stare at that building the whole time. But as soon as they see you in that window, they turn their head and look the other way.
Mhm.
And it does hurt when it's us, especially when the same people can come to you and want that same stuff you sell for free.
Mhm.
But they'll go everywhere else and buy it. But when it come to us, we supposed to give it for free. They
Mhm.
supposed to be able to come in and we supposed to be able to take it. They supposed to be able to call and you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times when you step outside of your city and open up stuff, you're stepping in something new. You're stepping in something different because people are not going to ask you this stuff that don't know you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
But you expect when you open something in your own city that, you at least, because as we help small businesses, that helps the city as a whole, in the long run,
But the city don't
because
help small business, so why should we help? The city don't do nothing to initiate it. They never done nothing for me out of 16 years.
yeah, I always wonder about that because you hear a lot of talk about them,
From
these small business programs they have, and usually they have those. Now I don't know if they did it with you, but they have those grand openings, where the elected officials come out and
Mayor
have
Holly.
balloons and
Mayor
everything.
Holly
Mayor
was
Holly, he was the
Mayor Holly.
champion of that.
That was it, Mayor
Mhm.
Holly.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah.
but what about after that? I mean, do you get, because I thought they had a office
Let me tell
for small
you,
business.
when Mayor Holly was in, he would stop past every so often
Mhm.
to check on us. But he would anything new. It was a lady that worked for him or that worked with another part of the city, and he would always get her to call me if he didn't hear from me
Mhm.
with anything they had new going on. Like they had a grant thing where you could log in on your own. They give you your own login and
Mhm.
stuff like that. But then later on, I called And they was like, they didn't do that no more. I don't know if they do it again or not, but yeah, nobody never called me about anything. Now, let me tell you this. I did meet a young lady from the economic department recently, right?
Mhm.
And she was telling me about a grant for me to run up there and apply right quick. So I go up there and I look at it that Monday when I got off work. And first I had to take a course at, I forgot the name of the college. So I had to take that course right quick and pass that quiz, which I did. Then he had to cheat and passed it. But I mean, it took an hour or so. And I'm saying to myself, a business owner, a real business owner, don't have time for this. Then so I went on and I went further, and it was something else I had to do and something else. And then the last thing was they wanted a business plan or something. And it was for like $1,000. I'm like, y'all should be walking around giving us money, and you want me to write down a business plan. I've never written a business plan. And if I paid somebody to do it, now I got to pay them to get this money from y'all. And it makes no sense. And I sent her a message, but then I called her and told her. So whoever she is, she was just working there 3 months ago. She's the same lady. It's not
Mhm.
right. Nobody helps us. Nobody. If there's anything to come through here and small businesses is getting it, they got friends down there that they just telling them. They got
Yeah.
friends down there. I don't know them folks down there. I don't know nobody down there.
Yeah,
We-
because it's a city that really depends on a lot of the small businesses, because we're not gonna get those conglomerates. You know, we got the casino, but other than that, we're not gonna get a multitude of big businesses. The small business is our economic engine, and I would be surprised that I am surprised that they don't have. I thought they had an office specifically to reach out to small businesses, especially ones that have been around a long time. So I
They
guess
don't
I
care.
have to do some homework and see what's going on
They
there.
don't care about that. They don't care about that. That don't mean I hear of these them. Nobody, they don't care about that. They wouldn't care about that till I'm like that lady they just showed in Virginia Beach that dropped dead in her restaurant 2 weeks ago.
Mm,
Then they want to highlight that restaurant. I ain't never heard of that place in my life. Now
mhm.
the city cares about it. It's just how people are. I'm so sorry if I'm on y'all show just saying something, anything. But
No,
it's the
that's okay. We want your true feelings to come out,
truth. It
and
is the truth.
sometimes when you talk like this, somebody, you never know who's listening. You never know
Yeah.
who hears it, and it might be some, especially when we vote for our politicians, sometimes we forget to ask or talk about certain things that really affect us. They already have their agenda or whatever, their talking points, and they stick to that. But what about the things outside of those talking points that
Right.
concern us? And that's what we forget to bring to those politicians when they come around, seeking our vote. And I
Mhm.
guess we have to get better at that and hold their feet to the fire and hold them accountable.
Yeah.
Because once they get in, it's 4 years of either they do or they don't. A lot of times they don't.
You're right. You're right. You're so right with that.
I do have one comment that I would say that person was advertising grants. If somebody is advertising free money to get a grant and it's going to charge you money to put a business plan in for $1,000 or any amount for you to help you get a business plan, they on the side of being a ripoff. They were trying to rip you off.
No,
No.
wait a minute. No, I think maybe I said it wrong. No, she just told me about it. She came to buy stuff for some business over here to buy some
Okay.
trees and stuff. She told me about it, but when she told me about it, once I logged in through the economic department, I had to go to this college and take a quick
Right.
course and this and that. But I'm saying that I don't have time to write a business plan, so I would have had to go and find somebody to pay.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
different.
not her,
To
but
pay.
I would have had to. Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
So this is, and I understand because somebody told me the other day. She was like, "Yeah, but it's still free money. You could look. I don't have time for that. I am the maintenance person. I'm not just Ellen's Homestyle and Barbecue. I am the cook at some of these places. Some days I'm the caterer. I'm the bill payer. I'm the maintenance. I get on my stomach and pump out my own backflow thing in that Virginia Beach restaurant.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm the one that makes sure everything gets done. I'm the one that got to change light bulbs and stuff. If I don't have nobody, I can't afford these things. Like I said, our businesses don't make a lot, and nobody does anything to help us make a lot. Like you see on TV how this city or that city came in, or these people came in and they helped, this small business that was just starting off or whatever. I don't expect for them to help me. I've been here 16 years, but I've been floating above water. But one thing about it, I haven't drowned.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to. I'm not going to. I can keep floating around. I'm fine with it. But they could help some of these people that starting off. They could help some of these people, because I'm going to tell you, as far as the casino, look at that line outside my place now. There is one. It's maybe one or two people. There's no line.
Mm.
And between me and this man across the street, Rick's Frozen Custard, not too many people have lines in Portsmouth. That casino has taken away ours.
So the casino has hurt some of the small
When
businesses.
you have a customer that said, I was going to get here yesterday, but y'all was closed by the time I left the casino.
And
See, we have people that's been coming for years. You get what I'm saying? So these are regular customers that's going to come 2 to 3 times a week, because 2 to 3 times a week in my place, you don't have to cook all week.
Mhm. Yeah,
That's how much food we get.
witness to that.
Right. So if it's a couple 2 to 3 times a week, yeah, but if some of the times we miss out because they, maybe went to the casino. So I guess they stop off at Wawa or, somebody else and get something, But I'm just saying that, that casino, they ain't do nothing to help us. Ain't nobody gonna go to that casino to lose their money to come and spend it with me, because that casino ain't handing out no money.
Yeah.
I went in there. I was in there day for yesterday.
Mhm.
I got back what I spent. I think I was like $12 on board. Yeah. I walked out like a G though.
It's,
Yeah.
you said that about it being a net negative to the population that's around businesses around the casino, because when they were trying to get it together, they said all this money that the casino would bring in, and it would help those businesses around in the city. But
They've been telling me that for years. They told me before, when Walmart over here, they came to me, the economic department called me then, and they told me that they wanted to, this is when a lady named Monique and another man was there years ago, 2007, that they wanted to put end caps, monitors on the end caps of the aisles of Walmart, and they wanted to put these small businesses on the end caps. You walk in the end caps, when they did have them, you would see an advertisement for Dawn or Bounce or something like that. But they never did. Okay. Then another time, Mr. Moore and them with the economic department, I met with them, and they were, that's when everybody was down there. So everybody gone there. The people like they don't know nothing about what I was talking about. But he was like, if this casino does come, I know they're looking for a good place like yours. I ain't seen no small business that I know of that they went and asked. Nobody has ever asked me nothing. Nothing. I guess, or maybe I'm invisible. Maybe I thought I'm seeing. Maybe I'm invisible. I don't know what it is. When Corona came and they had a little blacklist of all the little small businesses, I wasn't on that giant. It went around for about 2-3 months for somebody added me. They added people.
And look, y'all were always set up for that Corona thing, because you always had that glass, right?
Yeah, but that shut down. I took that as a vacation.
Yeah. Okay.
I shut down. Yeah, I got glass in all of them. I got that divided in every one of them. So yeah, we were set up for it, but we ain't know what Corona would bring. So yeah, I shut down for them for about 3 months doing that. And I applied for my, the PPP twice. The first time, I think they gave me a little 5,700. Second time was 7,800. So because I really don't have a lot of employees, because I'm a small business,
right?
So.
Ellen, is it any kind of, you ever thought about having an independent small business association or something in Portsmouth, or could some of the other small businesses get together, or most people are pretty much independent?
Let me tell you this. I have stopped different people before to talk to them. Some people want to, some people don't. Now I have business owners from everywhere. Black Eyed Peas. She used to own Martin. They call me. I mean, we all get together. I mean, they call me, and anything they need or they want me to tell them, I do. Anybody want me to help them out with business or whatever. A lady just opened up over in Hampton, I can't say the name because I can't pronounce it, but they're from Ghana, and it's in Hampton. And she just opened up, and and I helped her through, with the what she need to ask the city for and stuff like that. But a lot of times people don't want to ask nobody, but but a lot of times you don't want to ask nobody because people are something. People don't, I don't know. Everybody ain't trying to help everybody. But I always put it out there. If somebody want to ask me, I'll tell them. But one day I'm gonna have business. I'm gonna be a business consultant.
Yeah, I think you. Go ahead, Colonel.
Could you at your restaurant, say the one on Alexander Corner, could you say something about what is the typical menu or meal and the cost of it?
Okay, in Portsmouth.
Yes.
In Portsmouth, I think the biggest seller in Portsmouth during the week is between your turkey wing and your pork chop meal. They come with two sides. The weekends is pig feet. That's in Portsmouth. And that the meal ranges between $10 and $12.99, I think, in Portsmouth. I can't tell you off the top of my head exactly what. In Virginia Beach, the top seller is catfish. And then you have the rest of your everything, your turkey wings and everything else. And that price is like $14.99. All right, $14.99. Yeah. So yeah.
You making your barbecue?
My barbecue comes from Hardison's.
Okay.
I make it when I first started, but it comes from Hardison's of Jamesville, North Carolina, because I don't want to say I got North Carolina barbecue and I'm making it here in Portsmouth. No, but they do good work, and I've been with them, like I'll say about 15 years or so, and they're here every week, like clockwork delivering. So.
And so y'all doing catering as well?
Oh, catering is the biggest thing. That's what keeps us afloat, especially Virginia Beach. Catering is this time of year. People are graduating, people are getting married, and the family reunions. So everybody's trying to take your every weekend in June and July and August. So that's when I have to break out with the calendar. This time of year and right before Thanksgiving, I have to break out the calendar and write everything down. I have to keep a book with me at all times because people would call. I got a lady that wants us to come and cater in Carolina, and I'm gonna do it because she said it was on the water.
So that'd be nice for you too. And just like everybody else, everybody's doing the DoorDash now. You said you don't have a lot of people coming through the door, and a lot of people like to sit home and have the food brought to them. Has that DoorDash opportunity been good for you?
So DoorDash is working pretty good, but I noticed DoorDash works better when people are off work and they're sitting home. That's the time I'm ready to go home. So it's like every night before I get ready to hit the door and go out, this tablet will go off. So now I have somebody that's going to come in here on the weekend and stay overnight to do overnight orders because you have the shipyard, you have the Amazon and stuff like that eat, lunchtime. And I'll DoorDash, and I have an electronic door. So I can sit right here where that person can sit right here and hit the buzzer. The DoorDash can pick their stuff up and never come to the back. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, that's a good opportunity because, like I said, everybody, sitting home and people get off work. They decide I don't feel like cooking, so they just say I can order it.
Right. Well, see, the food that I have here is food from Virginia Beach. It's packaged in Virginia Beach. Now, these are heat and eat foods. You buy this, but you have to heat this up yourself when you get home. I don't have hot foods in this place. The reason I don't have hot foods in this place is because I have an EBT food stamp card machine there. And I want to start setting these places up and know it's so good that I can walk away from it. But I don't want to walk away from it and somebody's serving hot food to their friends and accepting SNAP. Because they don't care about fired when I've lost my abilities to take that SNAP anymore, and I'm in trouble with the government. So to remedy all of that, we won't have that. What
Mm.
we have is all cold. You get it home and you can heat it. It's just, you know what I'm saying? But and you can pay for it with EBT. There's no way you can go and get you a pig feed meal with food stamps.
Yeah. I know they would love to.
Yeah, but you can come here and get it.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
You can come to me and get it. I already got the package. Your pig's feet already cooked. All you gotta do is heat and eat. Pig's
yeah.
feet.
And
Yeah, stuff like that.
it's not for everybody, but it's for a lot of people.
Oh, it ain't just pig feet. I got pig feet. I got baked chicken. I do everything.
Mhm.
Whatever my restaurant sells, if it can be packaged correctly and hold temperature once it's put in the freezer and then moved to refrigeration. Yeah.
Helen, let's imagine for a minute. Just put on your imagination hat and just imagine I just got elected to city council, either in Virginia Beach or in Portsmouth, especially Portsmouth. And we just happened to run into each other, and both of us had leisure time. And you said, and I said to you, I said, I'm just newly elected to city council. Tell me some of the things that you would want me to do going forward as far as small businesses are concerned. What would you, and you had that opportunity to talk to me as a new city councilman or existing city council, and you had that time. What would you say to me?
You know what? I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure because I mean, as a city council person, I mean, I don't know how much clout they hold that I done told them I wish we could get this done, or could they do this, or could they do that for us? And it's maybe just like talking to, I can't say a secretary, but I'm not saying, I mean, because I really don't know that. I'm telling you, I'm not even into politics.
Yeah, one of the things
I-
one of the things we always say here, voting matters, elections matter, and collectively a city council can do a lot of things. But unless we tell them what we want or what we're
Yeah.
looking for, what would help us as citizens.
They should put the effort in small businesses that they put in these big businesses that come to town and get these buildings and stay for a little while and leave.
Mhm.
I think they should put some effort in their own small businesses here. You get what I'm saying? There's
Yeah.
a whole lot of times that I can't afford to pay this or pay that. Right here in Portsmouth, it might look good with that line out front, but I'm telling you, come in there and count them, count the money that they're coming in and spending and coming back out. It, yeah, it's.
I would think it should be a concerted effort to, we have these big events in Portsmouth every year, and excuse me, whatever department, and I would think of economic development should be out front pushing the small businesses. If they have an event, it shouldn't be upon you, because most of the time you all can't make those events because y'all are working. You have to have your
A lot of
business.
times we don't have time to go and look on their website to see what they posted.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? So if
Right.
they have anything for small businesses, they could send like I tell you what, Virginia Beach sent a yellow letter out. It was a yellow letter to all the businesses about 3 years ago
Mhm.
about money that they had that you could apply for in Virginia Beach. They made sure that letter was bright and yellow and they sent it to you. And whenever it's something, I mean, they're not doing too much either, but but whenever they do something, they make sure it's something that stands out. We
Yeah.
know it's coming from
Make
them.
sure you wouldn't file 13 it before you read it.
Just like that. Come on down and you can throw away your paint thing on.
Yeah.
You get what I'm?
Yeah.
That thing when you come in, yeah, or drive through whatever to pay your bills. Yeah, something like that stands out. I don't know. Like I say, I don't want to say but so much. I love my city, but yeah, it's a lot we could do to help each other. But most people don't. I don't know too many people that want to help each other. And that's just not them people downtown. That's just everybody.
Yeah, that's
That's
the
a lot
issue.
of
That's the
people.
issue too.
Yeah, people don't want to help each other. Everybody's for themselves, or if they know anything and they work downtown or work anywhere, they would be just like me or you or anybody else. They're gonna call their homeboys and homegirls first, because that's what I would do and that's what you would do.
Yeah.
Because we can fake the funk all we want, but that's how it is. But if they gave out more or whatever
Who
it
you
is,
know?
we would have more. We would
Mhm.
have more for other people to get it.
Well,
What cousin?
that's why I
Oh.
played that little scenario with me as a councilman, because collectively they could tell, or tell the city manager that they would like her to, to look into more helping our small businesses, and then she would have to act on that. But you would have to get a council that works together, and that's been an issue in the past.
Seeing y'all on the news.
Yeah,
I've seen the
yeah,
news.
yeah. They
But
have to
yeah,
work together and have a common goal in mind. They don't have to agree with everything, but have a common goal in mind. So let's get this done. Let's help our small businesses rather than just having an opening ceremony and then
or have them
we never
struggling
see
for
them.
16 years or straddling 16 years or hovering above water for 16 years. I don't wish it on nobody. It's and like I say, it pays our bills and we're not working for nobody else. But honestly and truly, for real, that city could do a lot more to help. And that's both cities. So it ain't just Portsmouth, it's both cities. It's probably all the cities.
Yeah, probably all the cities. I'm not just
Right. They jump in. We know this Portsmouth because we from Portsmouth,
and
and we
we
feel
live
like,
here.
and like I say, because I give out more because we deserve more. So we do deserve more, even from our city council people, our elected officials, and that's all of them from the bottom to the top. Like I said, I don't want to talk politics. I always say I don't know it. That way I won't talk it. Because if I start talking, I ain't gonna shut up. And you say it's an hour, y'all gonna be mad at 12:15 tonight, AM, I'm still talking.
Well, I say this because I at one time I served on the Economic Development Authority, which is a citizens committee, along with the Economic Development Department. And one of the biggest things when I was on there was business retention. And they had a lot more people in the office during that time that could get out and make sure, they would just stop by, stay at your place and just see how things are going, and if you had some issues, you could talk to them now. They don't have the staff to do that now from what they're saying. But that's why I'm so surprised that, people haven't been reaching out to you, because
They
business
called me one time,
retention is a big thing.
They called me one time to ask me what could they do to help me during the time when they were closing. They had to close that street off beside the restaurant. And that's
Okay.
the only time they've ever called to ask what they could do for me. But they closed the street off. You know how hard it is to even get to that place on
Yeah.
Portsmouth.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Closed the only little street off that came from the side of that.
Came from the side that was safer for cars,
Yeah.
making that little
Yeah.
turn in there.
Yeah.
And somebody's on your tail.
Yeah. 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 It was an accident the other day.
Yeah.
But and I think they only called because I had said something about it. So one nothing they could do there. I already told it. I mean, unless they want to open the street back up, so I don't know. I don't know what the jobs is of the people downtown and who's supposed to be helping the small business, but I really don't see. I've never seen anybody anywhere to help small business. I know you got these different chamber of commerces or this or that, but they ain't nobody is for you that needs you to pay them to be for you.
Mhm.
You got to pay. You got to pay these people. You got to pay for this, pay for that, pay. I'm not paying all of these people for nothing, and I can't afford half the time to keep my lights on.
Yeah.
No, I'm still there at 16 years later. Okay. So like I say, maybe if I would have had a business plan or had the funds, I probably would be, I don't know where I'd be in business because a lot of people came with funds and everything else and they've been gone a long time. I've seen a lot of people come and go that had funds and fixed businesses and opened buildings and did all this work on these people's building and then they didn't stay. And now this person can raise their rent for the next person.
Yeah.
But
'Cause
that's how that.
Yeah, the overhead was more than what they anticipated as far as bringing in
But they
business.
get in and well, it's not that they get in and they actually think because people will hype your head up. You know how many people come to me on a daily telling me I need a sit down restaurant? How often are they gonna come? When I open that up, when I'm sitting there looking out that window like I used to do right there, that restaurant for $700 a month. And let me tell you how good that landlord is. He put the rent back at 600. My rent is 600.
Mm.
And it has been 600 since 2008. He
Well,
put it back. It was 700 when I moved in there, and I got behind so bad. When I started paying him back, he said, "I'm gonna tell you what, we're gonna just make this 600 a month." And he did. He did.
Well, as far as that sit-down restaurant thing, Mosbury is closed now, but they probably had their best business when they took those. Well, the reason they took those tables
I
out,
know why they took.
yeah,
I, but I'm from
because
here.
when they had to serve us,
Mhm.
when the
Yeah.
law changed, they took all that out, but they became very successful when
That's
they
because
want to sit
on
down.
the it became very successful because we could come in and spend
When we
our money.
started coming in, yeah,
Right. But before then, when it was chairs, we couldn't come in.
we couldn't come in,
So,
but they
right.
definitely
But
won't go let us come in and sit down.
when they took the chairs away, we could come in.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's successful because we came in.
yeah.
But yeah, we come in for everybody else.
Mm,
I got a
I
question.
heard you. I heard you. Go ahead, Colonel. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
holding a conversation.
yes. One, you've started with one, now you have 3 locations. What's your stance on
Mm.
on advertising your businesses? And do you
You
advertise?
know what? My thing right now, because let me tell you what happened with me is well, my thing right now with that is I can't afford it. So my thing is word of mouth. And I got some people that be sharing for me on Facebook and they just share so hard. I said, I'm going to do a thing and I'm going to start taking them people that share and I'm going to start feeding their families. I'm going to pick a family a month because they've been helping. They've been helping, just by sharing. But I was doing commercials. At one time I had commercials. Oh God, I was doing good. I had commercials on CNN, MSB, MSNBC, and the Food Network. And then I had it on channel Fox 43, channel Wavy TV 10, channel 3, and UPN. I had all of them running at one time. And I was doing pretty good. But what happened was my daughter wound up getting sick. She was diagnosed. We bought a house, and 16 days later, my daughter was diagnosed with leukemia, and she had to go to the hospital right then to VCU. So she went to VCU, and a couple of months later, me and the kids, because we was going there staying in hotels. So a couple of months later, we got our apartment, me and her. So me and the kids could be down there with her. So when she wasn't in the hospital, she could come home because she couldn't come back here. So as far as advertising and all of that, a lot of that stuff just went out of out the window when my focus was on that, and being in business, when your focus goes other ways, you got to watch your stuff at all times, not just the employees. You have to watch everything. Let me tell you this. Say like catfish or sway fish or whiting fish or whatever. So I was getting food from Cisco. They was automatically delivering and stuff like this. And, and I'm paying the bill. And all of a sudden, with me there not paying attention, my bill starts stacking up $3,000 instead of $1,500, stuff like that. Come to find out the weeks that it used to be $30 for a case of something or $40, they was hitting me for $90 for that case. See, these are times I won't look at. These are times when you're not looking and you're not paying attention to your business and all the things like that. Yeah. And that's what made me open this third one, is to get this up and going. And I said, if I get this up and going, it'll help support that second one, which was taking a hit when I was gone because I was not there and I had to have employees in there. And during that time, they went up and they changed the minimum wage and you had to pay these employees what you got to pay these employees. They don't care if you don't make it. If they're in there, they want to get paid because if I'm in there, I want to get paid if I'm an employee.
Right.
So that advertising thing right now, I can't afford, So, I still have communication with Channel 3 and he's working on something for me, but, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
What else, cousin?
One thing you're talking about Black businesses and putting money back into the business. And I see, just looking at the background with the clocks and the wallpaper and how it looks, I can tell you that you have put money back into your business. That's why it's a success. Because, when you talk about Mama Chang's, and if you look at a couple doors down to the left, used to be Old Candies. Remember them?
I remember them. Yeah.
And They started off
The
very,
sit down place.
yeah, sit down place, and they didn't put any, the owner didn't put any money back in it. And rumor has it, he would just take money out, go to cash register and take money out and drive his
Oh,
and go down to American Legion.
I hope not.
Yeah, that was it. That's what it was out there. But they never put anything back out there because you knew that they used to have plates, and then one day they had paper plates. One day they had regular forks. Then the next week they had plastic. And so they were going down that sliding that door, sliding down. And so you saw, and then you saw the quality of food go down. So you knew they weren't doing anything.
They
And
may have switched owners or something. You know what? I very seldomly go to.
They didn't switch owners. He just went out.
Oh,
That might
okay.
be working for somebody else now.
Okay. It's still there. You're talking about on George Washington Highway, right?
Yeah. But he's working for somebody else now.
Oh, okay. See, I never knew him. I never knew him.
Yeah.
I really don't deal with people a whole lot that because I don't want nobody. We're funny acting people.
Mhm.
We're funny acting people. I need you to give that for me.
Yeah.
But,
Ellen, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No,
My
you go ahead.
baker my baker was delivering cakes, and I
Oh,
was hitting the phone. That's all. I'm sorry. Getting my cakes for tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and do a plug right quick. Strawberry crunch, lemon, vanilla, chocolate, and I can't remember the other one.
What's
But at
the
least
times? What's the times you open?
Here
With
is
this?
here I'm gonna be a little late tomorrow. I got appointments tomorrow, but this will be open till 3 a.m. tomorrow. So I'm gonna say from 3 to 3 a.m.
Oh, okay. Wow.
This is the one. I told you here. I got somebody that's gonna work overnight here till
Okay.
3 a.m.
To catch those overnight, those third
Yep.
shift workers. Yeah.
Yep. So I'm gonna see if I can get my salads. I'm gonna get salads from Virginia Beach tomorrow, and
Yeah.
see how that works out instead of heating me foods.
Yeah, Helen, we winding down to the hour, and I know you said you had a long day and you need to take care of
Yeah.
yourself. But as what Colonel was talking about, sometimes businesses make those decisions to expand in a way before they really check out the possibilities of that being success. And I've seen a lot of business expand trying to capture something else beyond what they are good at doing.
I've
And they
seen
end
it.
up expanding themselves out of business.
Mhm.
I'm not saying it doesn't work all the time, but sometimes when you're known for a food place, a sit down restaurant, and you try to expand it into not disco is not the word, but into something else, and sometimes that sort of hurts you. Sometimes
Right.
you just stay in your lane.
Right. Something, and then sometimes it's when you have people that you think that they're gonna back you. You think they're gonna, and like I say, they use the word support. And that's the first thing we think is that people are gonna come in. I want y'all to see this while I'm talking. Can you see this while I'm hold on?
Yeah. Oh wow, yeah. Show it off. Oh,
Wow.
oh, you getting to the sweet tooth I used to have.
I know it.
I mean, I still got the
So,
sweet tooth, but I don't have the tooth.
Oh man, this is nice. Carrot, lemon, vanilla, chocolate,
So
strawberry, and
so you sell the whole cake or slice by the slice?
I sell slices.
Mhm.
I sell slices of cake, but I will give you my baker's number and he will tell you he got you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because if you buy it from me, after I done bought it from him, you ain't gonna like my price. So I would rather to let you get it.
Good wholesale.
Yeah, get it from him. You do better because by the time I tack my price on you, pay about $300 for a cake.
When it comes
Yeah,
down
wait
to
a
it, that's all we need is a slice. Well, that's all I would need because I got to watch that sugar intake.
That's the thing. And that's why I wanted this thing. Cause I was like, where else can you just go get a slice of cheesecake or a slice of, you get what I'm saying? So that's what I wanted. Somewhere where you can just get a slice instead of having to buy a whole cake. And you know what we're going to do if we get that whole cake?
We eat the whole
Especially
thing.
we got some cold milk in the house.
Yeah. You're exactly right, Helen. But look
Yeah.
as we wind down, Colonel, you have any last words?
No, actually, thanks for coming on. And for the listeners out there, if you can tell the names of the 3 locations and where they're at, and that might help, so we can, as we talk about advertising, let you advertise.
Okay. It's Ellen's Homestyle and Barbecue. My first location is at the corner of Portsmouth at Airline at Alexander's Corner in Portsmouth. And that's 4206 Portsmouth Boulevard, 23701. My second one is in Virginia Beach. I've been there 9 years. Now, the first one I've been there 16 years. This second one I've been there 9 years. And that's on Indian River Road across from Regent University, directly behind Cookout at 5660 Indian River Road, Suite 109. And that's called Ellen's Homestyle and Barbecue also.
Mhm.
This one that I'm sitting in now is a sweets and treat place. This is where you can come and get all your cookies, cakes, and pies and banana puddings and stuff like that.
Mm.
This is on Airline Boulevard in Portsmouth. I'm directly across from Rick's Frozen Custard beside Taco Bell.
Mhm.
Not behind Taco Bell, I'm beside it. Everybody go behind Taco Bell to cater delights. I'm beside Taco Bell. And here you can come and get all your little sweets or heat and eat foods. And I'm on DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub at this location and at the Virginia Beach location. And I'm SNAP eligible.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good information, and it gets out there. We had this on our YouTube channel not too long after we sign off here today, and we appreciate you coming on
Okay.
and being honest and frankly and sharing information that probably a lot of small businesses go through, whether it's here in the city of Portsmouth or in any city in Hampton Roads.
Yeah.
You don't always hear the bare truth of what it takes, but it's a labor of love for most people, or they wouldn't be in it.
Right. At least it's yours. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You're the boss.
I can't imagine sitting up worrying over somebody else's job, and you have people that do that.
Right.
They worry about their job the next day. So, at least it's yours. If it's something that you want to do, at least try it. Try it. You don't have to go out and rent no stadium. Why you can't get a small place? This is a store, and it's little. All of my places are so little that I can put the key in the front door and stab somebody.
Yeah.
You put the key in the door and somebody got stabbed.
Yeah.
Yeah, walk in the front door and be in the backyard. So yeah, and I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that smallness because it's simple
long
fact.
as you got the product,
I can maintain this smallness when it's slow, when nobody's coming through, because we have days like that at all locations.
Yeah.
We have $100 day, or like I say, a day here, no money day here. So nobody's spending money every day. Nobody wants this sweets every day. Nobody wants cakes every day. So you can't rely on people to be there every day. But you just got to make sure what you have is good for when they do come.
Right. And so
You
they
just gotta make
spread the word. Word of mouth is some of your best advertisement.
When he mentioned that man that or whoever that was, he was saying that he noticed the food going down or the utensils going down. Because sometimes you will cut back on stuff when you see that these people are not coming through the door. Now, I don't know who that person was who had that place, because like I say, I try not to visit these places because of the simple fact, I don't want them to think that I'm there trying to see what they got, because that's something that's on us, that we think that the next one want what we got. And we damn sure a lot of times don't even want what we got. So why we want what you got?
Yeah.
So,
that's smart.
So a lot of times so I can't even tell you about them places. I stay out of them, and I really don't want to go nowhere to sell the same stuff I sell. If you sell the same food I sell, I'm not coming to you, and I'm gonna pay you for it. I got that mess in the refrigerator somewhere. I don't want to see it. So yeah, but and sometimes that's what makes you'll see them go from silverware to plasticware or something like that. It's because maybe the volume of people weren't coming through, and they had to cut back on stuff.
Yeah, I've seen that in larger businesses, even though the place, and you saw that a lot during COVID too, because a lot of people didn't trust, the actual silverware in the sit
Right.
down restaurants being as sanitized as they would. So you
Right.
saw a lot of people using the wrapped up plastics,
Mhm.
and a lot of places I go now, my wife would ask for it because I'm immune compromised, and
Right.
she wants to make sure that I don't pick up something that will.
Right.
So a lot of times that's the case, but a lot of times
Yeah.
it's like you said, Colonel, they have to. It's out of necessity because they have overextended somewhere else.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we
You're
don't know
right.
that. We don't know the reason. So
Yeah.
long as the service is good, the food is good, they should be good to go. But if they close,
Yeah.
something happened,
Yeah. Yeah. But hey, they will hit you with something sometimes. Look, I've contemplated shutting down Virginia Beach at least 10 times this week. Serious. You know why? Because it's a thing there called common area maintenance, CAM.
Mhm.
That's the new thing they're doing with buildings, rentals, just like they do with the homeowners association in these neighborhoods,
Mhm.
where they boss you around and tell you what you got to do or else. Okay, so common area maintenance there, it's an extra $300 every month on my rent, attached to my rent, right?
Mhm.
Okay, I pay it. I pay it every month. Then at the end of the year, whatever they did to the grounds and everything they did that did not come out of that 300 or whatever, they had excess, they will divide it up to whoever's left in that area.
Mhm.
So if during COVID time, a lot of businesses left, and one but a few of us. And you know what? We got that big bill. This year they sent me a bill for for $2,000.
Mhm.
They send you that bill and they tell you you have 20 days to pay that bill when they send it to you. So a lot of people go out of business because of the simple fact, when you get a business, people know that that's how you pay your family. I mean, how you pay your employees. They know that's how you pay your bills. They know that's how you take care of your family. So they can bully you. And the cities, the states, the even down to the ones that do your testing on FireX or Hiller Systems, or the ones that do the little suppression systems. All of these people, they send you threatening letters like it ain't nothing. You're gonna pay this or else. We're gonna do this or else. Do that or else. And a lot of people heart can't take that, and they wind up leaving.
Yeah, I think, Ellen, a lot of people aren't prepared for that part of it. They, Colonel, even with the business plan, they come in there, they're not prepared for the health department. They're not prepared for the state fees and the fire department that comes in
The
there.
fire
And
department came there the other day in Virginia, and you know what? Because I called now, the man that just left and inspected me, and everything was straight. He, except for the last thing in the back. And when I called them with the fireman standing there, they said, well, we sent you a quote, and you said we sent her a quote. She said no, that was a lie. They never did. I looked for it. They never did. And I said, well, how much is it? Because the fireman was standing. You know how much that man told me? $1,500. But I called fire exit next day was 400. He said it shouldn't be over 4. Yeah, so it would have been the same thing with them. But because they felt like I was under the gun, which I wasn't, because I told them the fireman was there. I saw him down the street and told him to come on and finish his inspection now. He was at another place. But because of that, they feel like you're under the gun, that they can say what they wanted to. Now, I could have said, okay, let me go ahead and get it done. Or I'm going to go home and worry about this at 3 o'clock in the morning when I can't get back. I'm not doing that. They're not, yeah. So the thing about business is you're always going to have a problem come in. You just got to know how to take them people down there to send them threatening letters and stuff. They got bills just like I do. I bet you got a bill in there, don't you, cousin? You got a bill in your house, don't you, cousin? And you too, Mr.
yeah. And
Oh,
if we don't pay them, we'll get those letters too.
right. So they got bills just like I get, and I ain't paying them. You can't let these people run you like that, because it'll run you out of business. But you have to pay what you have to pay. You have to pay for taxes, because that's the biggest thing I've seen with restaurants.
Yeah.
Food is them taxes. And you have to either pay them or make arrangements and pay them some kind of way. But that's the one that will mess you up.
Yeah, and especially when it comes down to some cities, when they try to
I'm
figure
talking
out a
about
way to
state
raise some. Oh, the state.
I'm talking about these state folks. These state
Well,
folks
the
gonna
same
take
thing
you.
with the state. If they
They're
want to
gonna take
raise some money, they
yeah.
go
They
up on the
coming for
taxes and they want their money.
they want their money. So you just have to be prepared for these things. You gotta stay prayed up. You gotta
Yeah,
stay prayed up.
indeed.
'Cause-
All right, everybody. Thanks again,
Okay.
and just be aware. Do your homework if you plan on going into the business, and also frequent these businesses, the small businesses that are in your own city, because in the long run, it helps the whole city. The small business, especially in a place like Portsmouth or smaller cities where the small businesses are the economic engine, along with some of the big places. So,
Or at least share their stuff when you see it. You get what I'm
yes,
saying? That's what I do. I share everybody's stuff that I know that's in business because it helps. Even if one person saw it, that's one more person that saw it.
yeah,
A lot of people will see it and they'll like it or whatever, but they don't understand it. Actually sharing it is what helps.
yeah. Just
And
keep
what
sharing it from one
it's,
place to another.
yeah.
Indeed. Well,
But I
thanks
thank
again.
you. For,
And I'm glad we finally got you. We've been talking for a while, trying to say, okay, when can we get you on? So we finally got it, and we got you on, and I'm glad we did, because I always admire what you did, what you've been in business for 17 years and how you came into business and how you just didn't give up. You just kept on going and had a dream and a goal and achieved it and still going.
thank
And
you.
we wish you all the luck,
Thank you so
all
much.
the business
Oh,
luck. Yeah,
okay.
we appreciate you. Get some rest, and we'll see you.
Okay.
Portsmouth
I'll be here.
Talk is here for our voice.
In our future.
Thanks a lot. And we salute you. I see you got
Okay.
yours
Thank
too. Yeah.
you. Bye-bye.
Get your L. All right. Take care.